Good evening. Today is Monday, June the 15th. Welcome to Nakut World Inclusion. Uh, for today's message, I'm going to discuss about um, this video that I'm going to show to you guys. Before I go to this video, please subscribe to my channel, click the notification, and also click the like button. But really, this video really bothers me and gets me angry. So, this video is about a child being abused, an autistic child being abused by a teacher. So check this video out.
An Arizona teacher is now behind bars after a hidden camera allegedly captured disturbing abuse against a nonverbal autistic child inside a classroom. The investigation began after Samantha Moreno, a mother from Glendale, noticed her young son repeatedly coming home with bruises. Because he is nonverbal, he could not explain what was happening at school. Moreno says she asked school staff for answers, but never got a clear explanation. Desperate to protect her son, the mother bought a tiny hidden camera online and carefully placed it in his hair before sending him to school. What the footage allegedly captured shocked investigators. According to reports, the teacher was seen aggressively yanking the boy by his arm, shoving him into a chair, and placing a towel over his face while yelling profanities at him. At one point, the child appeared to struggle while the towel covered his face. Moreno immediately turned the footage over to Glendale police, launching a criminal investigation. The teacher was later arrested and eventually pleaded guilty to child abuse charges. The case quickly sparked outrage online, with thousands praising the mother for taking action to protect her child. Her son has since transferred to another school and is reportedly doing much better.
And when I said I hid it, this is the camera I hid. So let's be clear. This all started because over the course of months, I was flooded with calls and complaints about my child's behavior. Behavior that was not typical, not normal, and not something as his parents we had ever seen in our sweet child. As his mother, I knew in my heart something was not right. I ordered a camera to be my son's eyes, his ears, his voice. I secretly hid the camera in his hair and sent him off to school on May 13th. And when I said I hid it, this is the camera I hid. So let's be clear.
This case is genuinely sad because there's no way that a mother of a non-verbal autistic kid has to go to the length of installing a camera on her own son's thick hair that she would make into a ponytail just so she would be able to gather valid evidence that her son was being verbally abused, but in such a crazy manner because he was being choked while being called the hard R by his own teachers. Not only that, but there is also alleged things that they hit him. All this happened in an elementary school in Louisville, Kentucky. That's right, in an elementary school, which just makes this whole interaction even more sick than it already was. There's no way there's actual teachers who are mistreating special needs people like this. Which creates the question, how long has this been going on for, and how many other special needs people went through that school and were treated that way, and all that went unseen. Hopefully this whole entire case isn't dismissed by the simple fact that the teachers didn't consent to being recorded.
All right, man. All right. Um, I'm going to go ahead and read this, and after I read it, I'm going to tell you what my thoughts are and what my opinions will be. So, um, I'm going to read this on. So it says a Louisville mother says she secretly recorded treatment of her autistic nonverbal son after weeks of unexplained behavior issues at Field Elementary. Now, schools officials say they are reviewing this incident with the district. Tip Haney Lee, the boy's mother, said her son, Samage, had been getting in trouble at school for about 2 weeks, something she believed was out of character. After the school denied Lee's request to sit in the class and observed his actions. Lee hid a camera and Samage's hair, which she said was concealed in his thick dreadlocks, to find out what was happening during the school day. According to the mother, the recording appears to capture an assistant teacher aggressively yelling at Samaj and possibly shoving or striking him. Because the camera was hidden, the video does not clearly show the interaction, but the audio from the teacher can clearly be heard yelling at Samaj. At the end of the recording, Samaj can be heard screaming. Around midday, school staff reportedly discovered the hidden camera and alerted the principal. Samaj was then sent home for the rest of the day. Basically, they sent him home because the teacher got caught being abusive towards Samaj, the autistic boy. I'm going to read more of this. In a letter sent to Field Elementary School families on May 14th, 2026, Principal Deb Rivera sent this letter to parents of the school. Dear Field Elementary School families, I am reaching out to remind you that the safety of our students and staff is always our top priority. This week, we have received calls and emails from parents and community members regarding a social media post making allegations about a staff member. While I am unable to comment on action regarding personal, I want to assure you that we take these allegations seriously and are reviewing this incident with the district. We are following all JCPS policies and procedures to determine what happened and respond appropriately. Thank you for continuing to support a safe, respectful, and responsible school community. On Friday, Metro Council members Tammy Hawkins and Andrew Owens hosted a press conference to shed light on the allegation. Our role is not to determine a conclusion, but to ensure that when concerns are raised, they are examined fully, said Hawkins. Lee spoke at the press conference where described her emotions as heartbroken and deeply disturbed by what she saw on the recording. No parent should have to question whether their child is safe at school. No child should suffer in silence because they cannot speak, said Lee. My son has severe nonverbal autism. He cannot speak, but I can. A spokesperson for Lee's family, Wayne Miller Crawford, sent this statement. We deeply understand and respect the importance of transparency in all of our engagement, said Wayne Miller Crawford. As we move forward, we will continue to take the appropriate necessary steps to ensure that accountability and awareness remain our primary focus. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because what I read from other research says at this time, no one has been convicted or formally found guilty in the court. The allegations are still being investigated. The mother recording prompted the investigation, but authorities have not yet announced final findings or criminal charges. Boy, those teacher needs to be arrested and they need to be charged. not only charged, but they need to be convicted. Um, that child was abused. Not only he was abused, but also there was a hate crime involved in it because, from what I heard, uh, not only watching the video but doing research, and of course, what the guy was saying, he said the N word to the autistic kid. Like, surely that should be a hate crime there as well. So, really, what she needed to do is she needs to take the child, which she did. She took that child out of that school and put him in a different school. And really, that school needs to be shut down because that school is not safe for any students who has special needs to go to that school. It's unsafe. So, um, so continue on. Uh, okay. So JCPS is taking these allegations very seriously in order to reach a transparent, accurate, and just conclusion. We must follow our policies and procedures. The Field Elementary School principal initiated and investigated with JCPS compliance and investigation, and we are investigating these allegations in partnership with Child Protective Services. Additionally, JCPS police officers spoke with the parent on the day the incident was reported and are continuing with their own investigation. Officers have requested additional information from the parent and are awaiting their response. As these investigations continue, the staff member is prohibited from entering the building. And of course, I have I have more. Give me a sec. So the story, mother speaks on allegation about her child and Field Elementary, involves a Louisville, Kentucky mother. I think it's called Tip Haney Lee, who says her 7-year-old autistic nonverbal son, Samaj, was mistreated at Field Elementary School. What the mother alleges, Lee said school staff had been reporting behavior problems involving her son that she felt were out of character. After the school reportedly denied her request to observe him in class, she placed a small recording device in his hair. She says the recording captured a staff member yelling aggressively at her son and possibly using physical force against him. At a press conference, Lee said, "I am his voice and I will speak for him." Jefferson County Public School. So it's a public school, Jefferson County Public School, or basically Field Elementary School. So anything that's a public school, you should never put your kids in any of those public school. Not at all. Because the teacher will always, well, not always, but some teacher will mistreat a special needs student, and it's just uncalled for, and they need to be accountable for what they did. So I'm glad that she took her out, or took her son out and put him in a different school, because, man, these public schools, they don't teach anything. Not at all. Not only they don't teach anything, but they mistreat students, especially black students. They really mistreat them pretty badly. I know this because I've been through it. So, you know, don't tell me that um and not all teachers are bad. Like I said, not all teachers. I know, like, you guys will say, like, oh, not all teachers are bad, but you're right. Not all teachers are bad, just most of them. So, there you go. So Jefferson County Public Schools said it takes the allegation seriously and launch an investigation. District officials stated that the employee involved was reassigned away from students while the investigation is underway. Child Protective Service has also been involved in reviewing the allegations. And of course, as you know, no one has been found guilty. So, since no one has been found guilty, they just let this happen. And from what I seen and what I heard and all the research I've been doing, that school is you got some racist teacher at that school. And the teacher should not be teaching at that class, especially when they call a student the N word. That's uncalled for, and that's unacceptable. And that teacher not only should be fired, but should get his or her license taken away. And actually, it was a guy who called him that, the N word. So he should have his license taken away. So that's just uncalled for. And nobody should mistreat anyone who has special needs. So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you on the next one. Take care, give care, and I'll see you later.